Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Hey, how are you doing? It's Wednesday. Is it really already? Holy man, the year's flying by. Wednesday, April 4th, 8:19 a.m. here in LA. It's cloudy out. It's been a weird winter. Overcast right now. What is the forecast? Let's look at that real quick. I want to look at ourselves on a forecast real quick right now. Let's see. 53 degrees right now with a high of 66. And then this week the highs will be 67, 69, 66, then 75 on Sunday, 78 on Monday. And more importantly, the lows are higher, so we're getting towards spring. You don't care. You're in your city. You're like, what the hell is he telling us? What? Joe, what the hell are you telling the weather for L.A. when I don't even live? I mean, Joe, I don't even live in L.A. I don't even live within 150 miles. I am going to get my oil changed, and we're just sitting here in traffic, so I thought, let's shoot a quick daily dose of Ditzel and, keep people informed on the exciting elements of my life. The exciting elements of my life. There's no exciting elements. You know what? You know what you should do? This is what you do for your job. Your job. This is what you should do. So, President Trump says he was kidding when he said that the United States should go to a president for life. Congratulations. You've won president for life. So he thinks that once I don't care what side of the aisle you're on. I'm kind of down the middle. And as my friends in Ohio say, Joe, the only thing in the middle of the road is roadkill. I don't care what side of the aisle you're on. You got to admit that guy, something's crazy with that guy. He's saying that he was kidding when he said we should have president for life, yet he seems infatuated with countries that in fact have, leaders or, well, let's say either dictators or at the very best leaders, in quotes, for life. So this is what you do. You go to your boss, or if you are the boss, go to the board and say, hey, I propose that on my next contract, I be named and fill in your position that you want, either you have or that you want, for life. Yeah, guys and girls, yeah. Hey, thanks for coming to the meeting today. Coffee's right over there. Have a bagel, folks. In concert with our current president, I think we should have dictators for life. No, in current. See now on this entrance to the freeway, there's a stoplight. It's pretty common in LA. There's a light that you can't, and it's usually one car per green light in each lane. There's 2 lanes. And that's the way it is in 99% of the entrances that have these stoplights to control the amount of traffic that's on the freeway at any one time. I don't know. I guess it works. I don't know. But on this particular one, it's a major road coming onto a major road. And it says 2 cars per lane per green. 2 cars per lane. Usually 1. So what do people do? Which I did. They only let 1 car go. They just from habit. You wait for the car in front of you to go, then you wait for the green, then you go, and the guy next to you goes. But this one, is it allows 2 cars. No one does it. Very few people do it. And then when somebody's hip and know what they're doing, like let's say they're the second car and they follow the first car, which they're allowed to do in this case, people look at them like, hey, what are you doing? You know, because normally that would be cheating. And gosh, no one does that on LA roads. No one ever cheats. Yeah, so go to your board, go have a meeting. Yeah, guys, thanks for coming to the meeting. Yeah, I propose that I am Vice President of Industrial Design for life. And if you could put that into my next contract, I'd appreciate it. Thanks, guys. You know, if you're wondering what it's like when I write comedy, I gotta quit doing air quotes. That's exact. If I laugh that much at really stuff that's not funny, like that, then that's you just saw it. That's exactly how I do it. I start giggling and laughing for no apparent reason. All right, so let's look at some headlines. The surprising reason that there are so many Thai restaurants in America. Oh, is anybody concerned about this? Is this something that we should even care about? Let me see what's going on. The same students fighting for gun control are now complaining about safety measures taken at the school. Oh, man. Oh, man. Is it just the natural order of things that we always complain about the youth? The oldsters like me complain about the youth, and then when they become oldsters, they complain. That's just the cycle of life, right? And vice versa. Isn't it the role, or isn't it the traditional habit, custom of youth to just complain about everything? Oh, man. We went to a Kmart store and saw why the company is in danger of shutting down completely. Who are these people writing these articles? Like they're investigative. We know why Kmart. I mean, have you been to Kmart? We've all been to Kmart. We know why we know why some of these retailers are closing down. We don't need an article. That story's too disturbing. Let's see. Are millennials really failing the marshmallow test? Now, it has a picture of marshmallows in like a tic-tac-toe formation. Do you know what the marshmallow test is? I don't. Again, what? Oh my God. Let's see if Google, let's see if Siri, not Siri, sorry. Well, here, let me just do it. Hey, Google, what's the news? Oh, it doesn't read the news like Alexa. Why doesn't it read the news? It just puts it on the screen. That would be kind of funny, a daily dose of Ditzel. I might want to think about that. Have Alexa read the news and then just mock the news. That might be kind of fun. That's an idea. So that way you don't have to... but I wonder what the copyright is. Is there copyright on the... Yeah, there'd be copyright on the Alexa voice. Well, people have broadcast the Alexa voice on videos, YouTube videos. By the way, just a quick I know it sounds trite, but thoughts and prayers to the people that were hurt at YouTube headquarters yesterday, and also to the family of the shooter. Let me start over. Thoughts and prayers to the victims of gun violence at YouTube headquarters in San Bruno yesterday, and their families and friends, as well as all of the employees there that were terrified out of their minds. But also thoughts and prayers to the family of the shooter who took her own life. Now, when I say victims, there weren't people killed, as far as I saw on the news. There were 4 people injured, 1 seriously. So that's what I say, victims. Just a sad story all around. But I thought I'd mention it, and I don't really have any comment on it. The initial reports were that one thing I heard on the news, or not on the news, but on a YouTube commentator, a YouTuber, said this person had 9 million, I forget her name. Had 9 million subscribers. Whoa. I mean, that's FouseyTube level. That's, Roman Atwood. 9 million. But anyway, they said that their initial reports were that she was upset about a boyfriend or romantic interest. I shouldn't even say boyfriend. A romantic interest. Although I think they did say boyfriend. And then the later reports didn't mention that at all. And they said that she was upset because she was mad at YouTube. And she's probably in her 20s, maybe early 30s from the picture I saw. And again, I'm sorry, I forget her name. She was mad at YouTube because of censorship and demonetization. Censorship and demonetization. And the weird thing about it is, one of the weird things, is that they said that the YouTube campus was pretty open. I'm thinking, really? That doesn't sound good. Because how many crazy people does YouTube have on their service? You know what I mean? There's all kinds of nuts uploading videos. And I don't just mean, gun nuts or whatever, or gun. She had a gun. But I don't just mean, that's not what I mean. I just mean that people that are maybe not altogether there. Because there's so many people. I mean, statistically, there's so many people on YouTube. Everybody's on YouTube. I'm surprised their campus was not under higher security. But I'm also talking about things I have no idea about. So we'll just have to wait. But that's one of the comments on the news. Was that the campus was fairly open, and I should get a gun on there, but anyway, this is not an anti-gun rant. It's just security. Why didn't they have more security question? And you can be sure they're going to have a lot more now, as will Google, Apple, Facebook, etc. Golly, well, although who knows? Maybe they do. Like maybe Now this one has 3 cars per lane. Look at this. Okay, we'll see how many cars go. 1. They didn't. They stopped. They stopped. So like, I don't know if you can see, but you can't see behind me. You can't see anything. What am I talking about? So this entrance to the freeway, from one major freeway to another, had 3 cars per green per lane. What happens? Only one. That's so interesting. Only 1 car per lane goes. And at most 2. But the one thing I noticed though in that is that you can't really tell that it's 3 cars per lane per green until you get up close enough to read the sign. It's a little sign. So I think that's part of it too, is you get up there, you're like, oh yeah, 3, you know. Maybe they did that on purpose. Anyway, thoughts and prayers to YouTube employees and family and friends. Yeah, I'm hesitating because I love YouTube, man. And YouTube has spanked me hard once. They shut down one. I had my brother has a puppy. That was the name of the channel. My brother has a puppy. No, my brother has a puppy. I wrote a children's book about the puppy, and it was pretty lame, to be honest with you. But I put it up on Amazon, and it sells a copy now and then. You know, once every 3 months, it sells 1 copy. And then I created a channel, a YouTube channel about this puppy, and I created a video from the book. It's like a picture book, and so I used the images from the book and created a YouTube video. Then I linked in the comments. I linked to Amazon. You can find the book here at Amazon. Now I see people do that all the time, but somehow that triggered a review of my all my channels, and they said, you're kicked off YouTube and there's no recourse. And I'm like, what? I've been on YouTube. I was one of the first people I was on YouTube from January of 2006. You look at YouTube, and they have these. It'll say when the channel started. I've rarely found channels, and yet there's probably like 80 million of them by the time I got on. But that's nothing now. But I think there's 80 to 100 million channels when I got on. But I'd never see, because YouTube I think started in like middle of 2005, I think, and I knew about YouTube. So much wasted opportunity, man. I knew about these services. That's a whole different video. Why I didn't take better advantage of that technology early on. But anyway, they kicked me off, and they said, yes. So they said, if you disagree with this for whatever reason, if you think we're wrong, but we're not wrong because we're never wrong. Fill out this form, send it in. And I said, look, I know this was triggered. I sent it in. I said, I know this was triggered by this book. I wrote this book about a puppy. So, but I think what happened was I had another channel that were these animated videos that I made from GoAnimate.com. And they were all keyword based, and they linked to my JoeGhostwriter.com site. And so I think they took that as spam, because every video had to do with a different keyword. It was obvious SEO driven videos, and I guess they were trying to cut down on that. So they're very passive. They don't tell you exactly why they shut you down. You just have to guess. So I said, and my thing, I said, I know it's because of this puppy book. I'm going to remove the thing, and if you could restore my channel, I'd appreciate it. I'm going to remove the puppy book. It's a puppy. But I also think they were, I don't think it was the puppy, honestly. Because you're not supposed to link from YouTube to anywhere else, right? They want to keep people on YouTube. So technically, you're not supposed to link. But of course, everybody links. I mean, you know, it's pretty much standard practice. So they don't usually do anything. But I guess they use that. They keep that arrow in their quiver in case they need to use it, right? So I said, hey, I'll take this down. I'll remove the link. I'll remove the video. I'll delete the channel. The channel was a week old. It wasn't even that old. The violation came in like within 48 hours. So it was only a few days old. So I went ahead and did all that. I just did it. I just removed the channel. And I looked at it and I thought, I better check my other stuff. Maybe, you know what I mean? It's like having a girlfriend that doesn't say what's wrong. You have to kind of guess. So I went through it. I said, I'll bet you any money. I'll bet you any money they could care less about the puppy video. But I'll bet you it was this, because I had like 200 videos dealing with linking to my business, and they just don't. YouTube doesn't want that. But the thing is, if you watch the videos, they were not spam. They were not spammy videos. They weren't get rich quick videos or commercials. They were funny videos and cartoons. They were funny cartoons. You know, funny in a sort of business sense. You know, they were dumb, basically. But they weren't like, hey, get rich quick, or, you know, whatever, which is what YouTube hates. So anyway, I just bit the bullet. I took all those down and deleted that channel. They weren't getting very many hits. And I sent, but I didn't put that in my response. I messaged back to them, online message response to them. I just said, hey, I'm taking the puppy thing out, and if you could restore my channels, because they delete every channel. They not delete, but they shut down every channel. I couldn't get to any of my channels so just thinking ahead, I cleaned out anything I thought that they would not like, including the cartoons that related to my business or linked to my business with the keywords. I think that's what they hate, is those SEO keywords, because it just looks like spam to them. They don't want spam on YouTube. And I waited, and you know, they don't say anything. But I've been in relationships, so I wasn't that worried. I mean, I didn't worry. Either they're going to help me or not. You know, there's nothing I can do. And within a few days, they restored everything. And so somebody told me, "Oh, you probably just got a 2 week, or a week to 2 week spanking. You know, a timeout. They give you suspension." That's not what they said. They said you're done. And there's and I was one of the first people on YouTube, other than 80 to 100 million other people. But it was January of 2006. But I've never seen anybody, or let's put it this way, I rarely see anybody with a channel that's as old as mine. All right, that's it. I'm getting my oil changed. I'm at the Pep Boys. See you soon.